Hello students, welcome to Raaonline. Our chapter today which is under the section of NEET based and question based discussion. That is briefing of this particular chapter. It is question based for the NEET. Name of topic: mineral nutrition, class 11th, biology, NCERT. This chapter is seen class 11th NCERT biology book under the section of plant physiology. Question number 1 concerned with the chapter number 1, that is mineral nutrition. The name of this chapter is mineral nutrition in plants. Mineral nutrition in plants. Plants require certain elements for their normal growth and development, and this is the main or central idea of this particular chapter. Approximate 50% elements of periodic table are found in plant body. 50% elements of periodic table are found in plant body. They are found in plant body. But a few of them are essential for normal growth and development in plant. Those elements are called essential elements. Those elements are called essential elements which are directly involved in the growth and development of plant. Whereas other elements are called non-essential element. Other elements are called non-essential element. That is, elements in plant, they are kept under two categories: one essential and two non-essential. A person, that is Julius von Sack, is related with the involvement of minerals in the growth and development of plant. So the question 1 is related with the Julius von Sack, that is a prominent German botanist. Yes, right, he is botanist. So question number 1 is right. In 1860, he demonstrated first time that plant could grow to maturity in defined nutrient solution in absence of soil. Right, this statement is also right. He also developed or described the technique of hydroponics. What is hydroponics? That is soilless growth of plant. What is hydroponics? That is soilless growth of plant. But the fourth one is incorrect because he didn't classify those minerals in these two categories. He didn't classify those minerals in two categories, that is essential and non-essential. Essential or non-essential element, he didn't classify them. So the last one is incorrect. Question says which of the following is not related. In that case, the last one is not related with this one. That is, he said that plants require that is certain minerals for their growth and development, but he didn't classify them as essential and non-essential. What is hydroponics? Hydroponics, that is soilless culture, soilless growth. In this case, you can take a water container in which water is added, and minerals are added in this water in appropriate quantity. Minerals are also added in this water in appropriate quantity, that is the quantity which is required by the plant, and those elements which are essential for normal growth and development of plant. Then a device is also added with this setup that responsible for the circulation of oxygen, that is responsible for the circulation of air within this water. That is, it supplies air in this water, like because oxygen is required for the growth of plant, or oxygen is needed for the respiratory activity, and roots also perform respiration. So in this water minerals are there, and this device is for the circulation of air. Now plant is kept in the solution. Plant is kept in the solution. Now plant is kept in this solution. That plant grows normally. That plant grows normally. This is the plant which is kept in this solution, and that plant grows normally. That plant grows normally. This is soilless culture. This is soilless culture. Actually, basically, soil is needed for the plant. Number one, for fixation of plant body, and number two, it's a source of minerals to the plant. Maximum minerals are absorbed by the plant from soil. So here, that plant with support, that is, you have to add the support also for the plant. This is the support given to the plant, so that's why it can easily be kept in water. Then others I have already described. This setup denotes soilless growth of plant, and it is in solution culture. This is called hydroponics. That is known as hydroponics. So use of hydroponics, that is identification of essential element. Why? If you do not add in this solution some minerals, you can easily study its deficiency symptoms. That is, the requirement of element can easily be identified by this solution. That is, that mineral should not be added in this solution. You will see the deficiency of that mineral. So every minerals, every nutrient, that's its utility can easily be studied, or its essentiality can easily be studied. Second one, discovery of deficiency symptoms. Yes, it is possible from hydroponics. For commercial production of vegetables, yes, nowadays this method is applied for the commercial production of vegetables. That's why my answer is fourth, that is, all of these are right. All of these are right. Now, hydroponics cannot be used in commercial production of tomato, seedless cucumber, lettuce can be used, but pomegranate is actually shrubby plant. Even it's a very good height. Soft bodied plant can easily be grown. Soft bodied and herbaceous plants can easily be grown on hydroponics, but the plant like pomegranate, they require soil. The body is very large size in that case as compared to these one. So that fourth answer is here, that is not applicable for plant like pomegranate. Which of the following is essential requirement of hydroponics? Aeration obtained through optimum growth. These are the secondary, first one is primary. That is, aeration is must. Aeration is must, because every structure, every living cell requires air or oxygen for their respiratory activity, and that device which I have already mentioned in the section number 1, question number 1, that is essential for the circulation of air within the water. So first one is correct. And which of the following is the not a criteria? The criteria of essentiality was given by Arnon and Stout. Criteria for essentiality was given by Arnon and Stout. Criteria for essentiality of minerals was given by Arnon and Stout. Arnon and Stout gave this criteria in 1939. In 1939. And let's see the criteria. Element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. It's right. First one is right. Then absence of element, plant is not able to complete their life cycle and set seed. Right, yes. The requirement of that element must be specific, can be replaced. See the last half of this portion. That is, the must be specific and can be replaced. It cannot be replaced. So this criteria is wrong. That is third one, and other is right. Fourth one is right. So the answer for this question is, that is, it is irreplaceable. Its requirement is fulfilled by only that element which is needed by the plant. It is irreplaceable. That is, that element must fulfill the requirement of its own. So question number 5, its answer is 3. The elements are classified into macronutrient and micronutrient. Macro word is for the quantity. That is, they are required by the plant in which, that is, quantity. So my answer is, question number for 6 is quantitative requirement. Quantitative requirement. 7th, macronutrient. Macronutrient. They are needed by the plant in large quantity. They are needed by the plant in large quantity. That is excess of 10 millimole. Excess of 10 millimole per kilogram of dry matter. They are called macro. If they are less than, or this is the maximum one, in that case they are micro. If they are required by the plant in excess to the 10 millimole, then they are macro category. Which of the following is not a macronutrient? Till date, 17 elements are proved as essential element, and they are already kept under 2 category. One is macronutrient or macro element or major element. One is macronutrient or major element. Second one, which are required by the plant in minute quantity, they are called minor element or trace element or micro element or micro element. And out of 17 elements, 9 are macro element and 8 are micro element. These 9 elements are C, H, O, N, S, Ca, Pk, Mg. C, H, O, N, S, Ca, Pk and Mg. These elements are macro elements, that is 9 elements. Then Mn, Zn, B, that is manganese, zinc, boron, Cu, Cl, Mo, that is copper, chlorine and molybdenum, copper, chlorine and molybdenum. NiFe, NiFe, nickel and iron. These are the micro element category. This is the micro element category. And the iron is the only element in this category which is required in comparatively larger quantity, which is required by the plant in comparatively larger quantity. So the position of iron is question mark. Whereas if other elements, other micro elements, if they are present more than requirement, they may cause toxicity also. They may cause toxicity also, but not applicable for the iron. So see the series, that is, these are the macro, these are the micro, and see the, check the list. Carbon, macro, 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 iron is micro. So question says, which of the following is not a macro element? Answer is now quite clear, that is iron. Iron is micro. This question may ask in the group of 3 of each, that is 3, 3, 3 and 3 micro series. 2, 3, 1 anyway. So this is important and a very simple question. Simple type of question. Directly you will get easily 4 marks. Then micro elements 10 millimole, less than 10 millimole, less than 10 millimole. This is the maximum quantity for the micro element, maximum quantity. Beyond this, they may toxic, Total elements in plant, essential elements, I have given the list in the previous question, that is 17. 17, out of which 9 are macro and 8 are micro. 9 elements are macro elements, 9 elements are kept under macro, remaining 8 elements are kept under micro category. Following is not a component of energy related chemical compounds in plant. See, here the question is again negative question, that is not a component. Magnesium is found in chlorophyll, and definitely chlorophyll has the role in trapping up solar energy. So that's what is related with the anila. Then phosphorus and ATP. ATP, readily available source of energy in cell. ATP are called readily available source of energy in cell. Even though we can use the word they are energy currency. ATP are termed as energy currency of cell. Energy currency of cell. ATP are termed as energy currency of a cell. So these two are right. Carbon in DNA, there is no role. Carbon in the DNA, it is not at all concerned. DNA is not at all concerned with energy related. It is a genetic material. So that's why my answer is 3. Question number 12. That is, find the wrong one with respect to nitrogen. Find the wrong one with respect to nitrogen. Essential nutrient element required by the plant in greatest amount. Absorb as mainly nitrate, right. Required by all part, particularly meristematic tissue, right. one of the major constituent of protein, nucleic acid, vitamin, it is right. But as far as question option 1, that is greatest amount, is wrong. First three, CHON, CHO, these three elements, carbon approximate 45%, hydrogen approximate 6%, and oxygen approximate, approx value is here. That is, these three elements in plant, they are present more than 95%. That is CHO. So that's why the question option number 1 is wrong for the nitrogen. It is required. After CHO, it is needed in comparatively more quantity than the other one, but not beyond the carbon or hydrogen or oxygen. So first option is wrong. First option is wrong in this question. Question number 12. 13. Nitrogen is mainly absorbed as, that is, nitrite, nitrate, as well as in ammonium ion. That's why the question number 4 is right. That is, in all forms, ammonium, nitrite and nitrate, all three form it is absorbed. In all three form it is absorbed by the soil. The next one, deficiency symptoms of nitrogen and potassium visible first in. These two elements are mobile element. These two elements are mobile elements. That is, their mobility in the plant body is fast. These are mobile elements of plant. And those elements which are rapidly mobile in plant body, they are required by the, they are easily trapped by the developing and dividing tissues. So that's why their deficiency is seen in senescent leaves. Their deficiency, that is, older parts do not receive in that particular quantity because they are mobile and they are easily trapped by the developing tissues. So first option is correct with this regard, that is, they are actually trapped in the developing tissues or dividing tissues, and senescent leaves are the older tissue, that is, older one. Question number 15. Which one of the following is not associated with the potassium ion? First one, that is anion cation balance, right. Third one, opening and closing of stomata, it is also right, because potassium ion, when it is inside the guard cell, that is, influx favors opening and exit favors, that is, efflux of potassium from guard cell favors closing. And it is also concerned with the activation of enzymes and maintenance of turgidity of the cell and allow phosphorylation reaction. This is also right. So my answer, as far as weight is concerned, that is question number, that is second option. Second option is comparatively weaker for the potassium ion. So the answer is 2. Question number 16. Which of the following is not related to magnesium? Absorb as magnesium, right. Activator of enzymes of respiration and photosynthesis. Involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA. Involved in the formation of a spindle is not the role of magnesium, it is a role of calcium. Not in the formation of a spindle. So that's why question number 16, it is not related. Absorb, it is right. Activator of enzymes of respiration and photosynthesis is right. Involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA, it is right. It is also right. So question number 16 Answer is fourth. Now come to the question number 17th. Which of the following is an activator both ribulose biphosphate carboxylase? That is, this enzyme is popularly known as Rubisco. Rubisco. That is what? Carboxylase oxygenase. Ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. This enzyme is needed for the Calvin cycle. Calvin cycle is not possible if RUBP is not there. Similarly, phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP carboxylase, PEP carboxylase. This is also concerned with the absorption of carbon dioxide in C4 plant, in C4 directly from the atmosphere. And activator for both these enzymes is magnesium. Activator for both these enzymes is magnesium. Magnesium activates. Magnesium is the activator of these two enzymes, that is ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase as well as phosphoenol pyruvate. Which of the following is important in maintaining the ribosome structure? This is again magnesium is there. Actually, at the time of protein synthesis, this is messenger RNA molecule. This is mRNA molecule, and on this mRNA, a small subunit and large subunit of ribosome. The smaller one may be 30 or 40 S type depending upon the cell, or larger one is 50 S type or 60 S type. That messenger RNA is sandwiched in between them. mRNA is sandwiched in between them at the time of protein synthesis. So this ribosome then moves along the mRNA and process of translation takes place. But for the binding of these two subunits, magnesium is required in appropriate quantity, 0.001 m. Not less, not more. Not less than, not more than. Appropriate concentration of magnesium is required for the binding of two subunits. Suppose this is messenger RNA, this is ribosome 1 unit, this is ribosome number 2. So these two units, for the binding of these two units, magnesium is required in appropriate quantity. If it is less, then units get separate. If it is less, then units get separated. And if they are more, then formation of dimer. If less, then these units are separated. If they are more, then formation of dimers. Dimer formation takes place in excess magnesium. So magnesium has a very big role for the binding of these two subunits of ribosome. Component of a ring structure of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is green colored microcrystalline water insoluble pigment. And this pigment is found in chloroplast. This pigment is found in chloroplast in eukaryotic cell. This pigment has two parts. Number 1 head and number 2 is tail. Head is already known as magnesium porphyrin head. The head of the chlorophyll is called magnesium porphyrin head. And keep the magnesium in the center, and these are the 4 pyrroles. And nitrogen of each pyrrole is connected with the magnesium. This is pyrrole number 1, this is pyrrole 1, this is pyrrole 2, and all these pyrroles are interconnected. All these pyrroles are interconnected. All these pyrroles are interconnected. In this manner to form a ring. To form a ring. This is magnesium porphyrin ring and it is found in the head. And you will see the center is occupied by the magnesium. Center is occupied by the magnesium. So, magnesium is a structural component of chlorophyll. Almost approximate very close structure is cytochrome. In cytochrome, instead of magnesium, iron is there. In cytochrome, in place of iron, in place of magnesium, iron is there. Whereas in chlorophyll, magnesium is there. And this is a long tail of carbon and hydrogen, C20S39. Long tail is there, that is phytol tail. One more element, that is iron. Iron is not found in the structure of chlorophyll. Iron is not found in the structure of chlorophyll, but for the synthesis of chlorophyll, iron is required. This is question pre-medical. That is what? Iron is not found in the structure of chlorophyll. In the structure of chlorophyll, but needed for its synthesis, but it is required for the synthesis of chlorophyll, for the synthesis. Again, I would like to repeat, that is, iron is not found in the structure of chlorophyll, but without iron its synthesis will be affected. Without iron its synthesis will be affected. Which of the following does not has sulfur? That is, these are all vitamins. These are all vitamins. Thiamine, vitamin B1, biotin and coenzyme A. These are all vitamin B series, but ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C, in this vitamin sulfur is not found. So, these are sulfur containing vitamins. These are sulfur containing vitamin, thiamine, biotin and coenzyme A. The amino acid in which they don't have sulfur. Cysteine, yes, sulfur is present. In methionine, sulfur is present. In serine, sulfur is not found. This amino acid is without sulfur. First two with sulfur. First two sulfur, that is cysteine and methionine, and even cysteine is there, that is also have sulfur in its structure. 22. Iron and magnesium. They are needed for the formation of chlorophyll. They are needed for the formation of chlorophyll. Magnesium is a structural part of chlorophyll. Magnesium is in the structure of chlorophyll. It is found in the structure of chlorophyll. Magnesium is found in the structure of chlorophyll, but iron not found in the structure, but it is required for the formation. It is needed for the formation of chlorophyll. Needed for the formation of chlorophyll. Without iron, formation of chlorophyll is not possible. 23. Boron. Which of the following is not associated with the boron? Not associated with the boron. Question number 23. Question number 23. Question number 23. First one, membrane function and utilization of calcium, right. Pollen germination, right. Cell elongation and catalase activation, this is wrong. Cell differentiation and carbohydrate translocation is right. So here the question is in negative form, that is not related with the boron. In that case, this answer is correct. This answer is correct. Question 24. Molybdenum is not the component of. My answer is catalase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme, it is a structural part as well as in nitrate reductase, but not the part of catalase. Not the part of catalase. Come to the question number 25. Come to the 25th question. That is, which of the following is not responsible for anion-cation balance? In that case, my answer is molybdenum. Chlorine is needed, potassium is needed, sodium is needed. These are all required for the anion-cation balance, but not molybdenum. Not molybdenum. Not involved in water splitting. Calcium, chlorine is required and magnesium is required, but copper is not necessary for the splitting of water, because these two, chloride ions and manganese ions, they are responsible for the photolysis of water and electron transfer. Actually, pigment system number 2 on excitation loses electron. In that case, the requirement of electron or the loss of electron is compensated by the water. Water splits into positively charged H ions and negatively charged OH ions, and these OH ions release electron, and these electrons are transferred by mediated by the manganese and chloride ions to pigment system number 2. So first one and second one are related. So answer is third. That is third. They are not related in that question. That is Cu. Identify. Question number 27. Question 27. Potassium opening and closing an enzyme activator, rightly matched. Magnesium maintains the ribosome structure and chlorophyll, right. Pollen germination and carbohydrate translocation, boron is right, but this is wrong. Molybdenum is not at all concerned with the photolysis of water. That is, part 1 is wrong. This is wrong for molybdenum, but the last part is right. But as a whole, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Water splitting in photosynthesis is the role of manganese. In that case, manganese is involved, not molybdenum is there. So question number 27, answer is 4. Question 28. Question 28. Uptake of calcium and carbohydrate translocation. That is the role of boron. Boron is concerned with the translocation of carbohydrates in the form of sucrose from phloem. Carbohydrates are translocated in the form of sucrose, through phloem, and uptake of calcium and utilization is also the role of boron. It is a micronutrient. Boron is micronutrient. Iron is not associated with the. Absorb in the form of ferric ion, right. Essential for the formation of chlorophyll, this is right. It is not the part of protein. Flavoproteins It's a part of flavoprotein, but activates catalase enzyme. That is activation of catalase enzyme. Activates the catalase enzyme is a question. Yes, it's right. So better answer is part of protein. It is not a part of protein. Absorb in the form of ferric ions from soil, right? It activates catalase enzyme, right? And this is I have already mentioned with while describing the structure of chlorophyll, that is right. So in this way, fourth option is wrong. Fourth option is wrong. That is not the part of protein. 30th, deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and calcium. If manganese is toxic, some elements, these are the micro element. Some micro elements, if they are beyond their requirement in plant, in that case they cause toxicity, and this is the one of the role of magnesium. One of the role of manganese. It is a one of the role of manganese. That is some micro element, if they are beyond their required quantity, they are toxic. That is, they are toxic in excess, and this is one of the role of, that is what, manganese, that is iron, magnesium and calcium. Their deficiency is seen. It interrupts their absorption. Deficiency symptoms of mobilizable substance appear in older part because. In previous set of question, I have given the answer of this question, that is with respect to the nitrogen and potassium. If any element is rapidly mobile in the body, it is easily trapped by the younger developing and dividing tissue. So in that case, older part, if there is a deficiency, then it older part can't receive. So that's why in order to mobilize element, younger part and biochemical older part are broken down. In order to mobilize, older part becomes weaker. This is more correct. In order to mobilizing elements of young part, the biomolecules of older part are broken down. And work of mobilization is random and taking a lot of energies, cause it. No. Better answer is older part are not getting that particular element. Older part is not getting that particular element. Nitrogenase enzyme, its role is to convert nitrogen into ammonia. This is correct. This is the role of nitrogenase enzyme in plant. That is conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia. This is the role of nitrogen, and it is seen in NCERT section while studying nitrogen metabolism. Thank you.